Hey everybody, Ghidorah9 here again, and today I think I owe you guys an explanation for what's going on. My emulator messed up for Pokemon Yellow, so I can no longer record any parts of it, so I'm sorry I'm going to have to cancel on that. But anyway, uh, that's not why we're here. We're here because I'm going to be doing, as an apology, my top 5 favorite Pokemon generations in celebration for X and Y, and as an apology for canceling the Yellow playthrough. Pokemon has always been one of my personal favorites, except, well, I don't want to spoil it, but anyway, let's just get started. I don't want to ramble on for too long. This is my top 5 favorite Pokemon generations. My number 5 pick is Pokemon Black and White, Generation 5. And, as you know, there are 6 Pokemon generations now, so that does not mean this is my least favorite. It just means I don't think this one is quite the best. Even the sequels, Black and White 2, they were better, just I don't think they were as good as they could be. Now, I love the games, I really enjoy them. In fact, there's only one game in the series that I don't enjoy, but this one just had some weird design choices to it. Like, the game was way too linear. I think for a Pokemon game, it was too story-focused, even if the story was pretty good. I think they went a little too much with this one. Still, a really fun game. It still has that Pokemon feel to it. You raise them, you catch them, all that. It's it all works. Just another problem I have with it is just look at these Pokemon. What are these things? Even the legendaries, they look like just a glob of mass, not an actual Pokemon. So I don't know. Like I said, not my least favorite generation, just not my favorite. And, if you're gonna play this game, if you're only gonna play one game in Generation 5, Black and White 2 is the way to go. Definitely. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say about this. Moving on. My number 4 pick is Generation 3. Not because this one's bad, I like it more than Generation 5. This one's actually one, this is when I really start loving this series. Generation 3 does so many things right, and it's a really fun game, and just listen to this music. It has one of the best, it's my favorite soundtrack in the series. Really fun game. I wouldn't say it's the best start to the series. It's definitely not the easiest game, nor the most accessible, but if you are into the series already and haven't played this, definitely play it. I love the way Hoenn is designed, even if there are too many surfing routes. Get Emerald, it's the best version. It's just an amazing game. One of my personal favorites on the Game Boy Advance, and I can't stress enough how awesome its soundtrack is. If you haven't heard any of it, look it up. It's great stuff. Just, Generation 3 also introduced abilities, and abilities are really cool, and add more strategy to the game. If you haven't played this yet, definitely check it out, but I wouldn't say it should be the first game you play in the series. So that's it, moving on. That's right, I picked the newest games in the series as my number 3 spot. I have completed these games, so I know what I'm talking about here. Pokemon X and Y are legitimately fantastic games. They have done so much new to the series, Mega Evolutions, actually being in 3D for once, that's nice. But oh my god, these games are so good. And any Pokemon fan, try them. They're a bit on the easy side, but that can be excused. The games are too fun for me to even care. I don't want to say a lot about these. You need to experience them for yourself. So, anyway, that's all I have to say for now. Moving on. My number 2 spot is the originals, Generation 1, and yeah, I'm a huge fan of these games. These even were surprisingly the first ones I played, all the way back in 2010. Well, these games still hold up incredibly well. Some of the stuff is kind of aged, but still really, really fun game, and everything about it just works. It was the first in the series. It was just, I don't know, they have a very addicting charm to them, and it just, everything about them works, and it's one of my favorite RPGs, period. I love all the Pokemon, I love the Kanto region, I love the rival in this game, just because of how much of a jerk he is. Yeah, just everything about Generation 1 really works for me, and if you haven't played this game and you're a Pokemon fan, what are you doing? Seriously. Anyway, moving on to number 1. That's right, number 1 is Generation 2. The one everybody loves, and that's for a reason. And this also means Generation 4 is the one I hate. Generation 4 is just, has so many things wrong with it. But that's not that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how awesome this game is. It's one of my favorite games of all time, right up there with The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and Super Mario World, and Super Mario Bros. 3. Any of those games, right up there. So many good things about this game. It is my favorite Pokemon of all time, Feraligatr. It has, in my opinion, the best region of the game, Johto. And even after you beat the game, you can go back and explore Kanto and fight all the gym leaders there again. And even fight yourself from Generation 1. That was crazy, and he has insanely strong Pokemon. And all the Pokemon that were introduced in this generation are awesome. Ampharos is my favorite electric type of all time, and of course, Feraligatr is my favorite Pokemon, period. And it perfectly blended a Pokemon from the last game with the Pokemon from this one. And introduced so many new things without telling you, hey, no, you can do this. I mean, like, for example, the berries, you find out about them when your Pokemon is running on low health and on the first route. It'll just eat a berry and recover health, and it's just like, oh wow, you can do that. You can have Pokemon hold items and stuff, and it's just, everything about it is brilliant. If you have not played this game, just in general, go to the store, buy it, buy the remakes, however you can play this game, buy it. That's all I have to say here. This is Ghidorah9 signing off.